Hello and welcome to TTV News, some latest events in the province. Ladies and gentlemen, giving directions and conclusion at the conference to implement Resolution number 41, that is October 10, 2023, of the Politburo on building and promoting the roles of Vietnamese businessmen in the era. Mr. Nguyễn Trọng Nghĩa, Secretary of the Party Central Committee, head of the Central Propaganda and Training Department, affirmed that the party, state, and government always care about the team of Vietnamese businessmen and entrepreneurs who has made great contributions to country's social-economic development.
Concluding the conference, Mr. Nguyễn Trọng Nghĩa suggested that ministry and branches from the central to local levels regularly organize learning of resolutions and develop plans and implementation programs to soon concretize guidelines and policies on developing entrepreneurs in its goal and tasks of their industry and unit, strengthen the party's leadership role, promote the strength of the Vietnamese business team, create a favorable, safe, and equitable investment and business environment for businesses to develop and contribute. Promote information, propaganda, advocacy, and rights awareness and responsibility of party committees, party organizations, governments, political system, officials, party members, and people, creating high unity in the party and society regarding the important position and role of the business team in the process of implementing the country's development goals. On the morning of May 10, the Provincial Peace Committee held a regular meeting in May 2024. Mr. Nguyễn Thanh Ngọc, Deputy Secretary of the Provincial Party Committee, Chairman of the Provincial Peace Committee, Mr. Dương Văn Thắng, Vice Chairman of the Provincial Peace Committee, co-chaired the conference. At the meeting, the Provincial Peace Committee approved many important contents related to issues such as plan to support small and medium enterprises in 2024 and the period of 2024-2026. Policy to develop a resolution to amend and supplement a number of articles of regulations on management mechanisms and organization of implementation of national targets programs in TayNinhTV province in the period of 2021-2025. Resolution regulating the titles, a number of allowance and part-time jobs for people working part-time in communes, works, towns, hamlets, neighborhoods, and people directly participating in activities in hamlets and neighborhoods, and operating budget levels of social political organizations at commune level in TayNinhTV province. Regulations on criteria for establishment, number of members of the team to protect security and order at the grassroots level and policies, and spending levels for forces participating in protecting security and order at the grassroots level in the province, regulating a number of environmental protection spending levels in TayNinhTV province. The Provincial Peace Committee requests relevant department branches to coordinate and effectively implement the contents approved at the meeting. On the morning of May 10, Ms. Hoàng Thị Thanh Thúy, Deputy Head of the TayNinhTV Provincial National Assembly Delegation, had a meeting with voters of officials, union members, workers, officials, and employees at the hall of Provincial Labour Confederation. At the meeting, the participants raised a number of opinions and recommendations on issues of social insurance, employment, income, wages, working hours, policies and regimes of employees, regarding occupational safety and hygiene, mechanism to ensure security and order in industrial parks, network security, and thoroughly handle black credit. Specifically, the cost of mid-shift meals for workers and the draft resolutions of the Provincial Peace Council stipulating a policy to support medical examination and treatment costs for the poor. Voters requested the National Assembly to consider and ensure the quality of construction and promulgation of laws related to workers in accordance with the legal and legitimate rights and interests of workers. In addition, the union also awarded 50 gifts to union members and workers in difficult circumstances in the province. At the regular meeting, the Provincial Peace Committee approved the Department of Planning and Investment report on the plan to support small and medium-sized enterprises in 2024 and the period of 2024-2026. It is expected that in 2024, support will be provided to 88 businesses. The period of 2024-2026 supports 262 businesses with the following contents: technology, support creative startups, supports participation in industry cluster and value chains. Regarding implementation costs in 2024, it is expected to be more than 11 billion Vietnam dong. The period of 2024-2026 is 34 billion Vietnam dong. The Standing Committee of the Provincial Business Committee requested relevant departments and branches to gather resources to support businesses. The Provincial Business Committee assigned the Department of Planning and Investment to review support contents to supplement policies for businesses, have a specific budget support plan for each content a year. At the same time, the Provincial Business Committee also requested the Department of Justice to increase policy dissemination so that businesses can access the province support policies.
Ladies and gentlemen, TayNinhTV province planning for the periods of 2021-2030, vision to 2050, set the goals of building a green TayNinh by 2050, taking industry and tourism service as the main driving force for growth associated with new space development. Thereby, the province continues to identify TayNinh tourism as one of the advantages and potential of the province, and in fact, in recent years, tourism has had strong growth.
Tourism in the province is growing rapidly. In particular, Badem Mountain National Tourist Area is being promoted to attract investment, creating unique spiritual tourism routes, becoming a center to let and spread connections of the local tourism value chain, has become an attractive, high-class national tourist destination. TayNinh has completed a smart tourism application to enhance promotion, introduction, and impress tourists. In the period from 2021 to 2023, there have been 19 projects licensed to invest in the field of tourism services. Total investment capital is over 9,100 billion Vietnam dong. The province is focusing on implementing the Badem Mountain subdivision planning and detailed planning of functional areas. At the same time, review and have specific solutions to invite investment and develop ecotourism in Yo Tiếng Lake, Logo Samat National Park, Central Office for the South Vietnam, Riverside Tourism Vàm Cỏ Đông. Another measure that the province is also interested in implementing to promote tourism growth, to support tourism businesses, develop tourism routes, improve the quality of human resources, as well as contribute to tourism services, strongly promoting growth in revenue and visitor numbers. The good news is that from January to the end of April this year, travel revenue in the province reached more than 6.1 billion Vietnam dong, an increase of more than 30% over the same period. The People's Committee of TayNinh Province coordinates and supports the organization of a series of events to recognize the disease-free zone, inaugurate the DHN TayNinh high-tech application livestock area, and start construction of projects along the agricultural value chain in the local area. The ceremony is expected to take place on May 19. This is the concretization of the cooperation program signed between the People's Committee of TayNinh Province, Hùng Nhân Vietnam Group Joint Stock Company, and the Hertz Limited Liability Company, creating a highlight in attracting investment in the province and in the field of high-tech agriculture. In the series of events, there will also be a discussion on promoting the export of animals and animal products.
According to the directions of Prime Minister Phạm Minh Chính in his concluding speech at the conference, announcing TayNinh provincial planning for the period of 2021-2030 with a mission to 2050, it must not allow the asking-giving mechanism to easily create negativity. He requested ministry and central branches to continue to be proactive, actively accompany and coordinate closely with TayNinh to remove obstacles and difficulties in the process of implementing the plan, improve enforcement capacity at all levels, strengthen inspection and supervision. Tasks of the ministry and branches together with TayNinh are to help TayNinh realize this plan. Currently need to actively and proactively contribute according to your function and duty to support TayNinh without wasting much of its time. The Prime Minister hoped that investors will promote their mission in the spirit of three together between the state, people and businesses. He requested the business community, investors, ministries, branches, and authorities of TayNinh province and locality that if said, then do, if committed, then do, if done. There must be a specific product with substantial result. It must be clearly recorded. on them to contribute to strengthen trust, creating new momentum and new motivation for the development of the province.
According to Minister of Planning and Investment Nguyễn Chí Dũng, up to now, there are 9 projects out of 29 important transportation projects linking the Southeast region which have been started and are in the process of implementing investment procedures. Among 29 important projects linking the Southeast region, 4 projects have been started. They include construction of ring roadway of Ho Chi Minh City, Tân Sơn Nhất Airport, Biên Hòa Vũng Tàu Expressway, Phase 1 of Long Thành International Airport. Expresses including Ho Chi Minh City, Mộc Bài, Trân Thành Gia Nghĩa, Ho Chi Minh City, Trân Thành, Dầu Dây, Liên Khương, Trân Thành, Đức Hòa belong to 5 ongoing projects during the implementation phase of investment procedures.
Theory on May 9, the Ministry of Foreign Affairs have a regular press conference under chairmanship of Ministry of Foreign Affairs spokesperson Phạm Thu Hằng, which affirmed that Vietnam pledges to ensure freedom of religious belief and that no one will be discriminated against on religious grounds.
Regarding Vietnam's reaction to the content of 2024 Religious Freedom Report of the U.S. Commission on Religious Affairs, Foreign Ministry spokesperson Phạm Thu Hằng affirmed Vietnam always consistently implements the policy of respecting and ensuring people's right to freedom of religious belief and the right to follow or not follow religious belief. In Vietnam, no one is discriminated against because of religion, beliefs, and activities of religious organizations are guaranteed in accordance with the provisions of law. Vietnam rejects the subjective, biased, and inaccurate statements about the actual situation in Vietnam stated in the 2024 International Religious Freedom Report of the U.S. Commission on Religious Freedom, and we have been and will continue to discuss with the USA on issues of mutual concern in the spirit of openness, frankness, and mutual respect to contribute to a comprehensive strategic partnership for the peace, cooperation, and sustainable development between Vietnam and the United States. Regarding the U.S. Department of Commerce holding a hearing to upgrade Vietnam's market economy status, Ministry of Foreign Affairs spokesperson Phạm Thu Hằng informed. In fact, up to now, 72 countries have recognized that Vietnam has a market economy, including large economies such as England, Canada, Australia, Japan, and Korea, and the United States' early recognition of Vietnam's market economy status will contribute to concretizing the commitment of the two countries' senior leaders to strengthen the comprehensive strategic partnership between Vietnam and the United States, thereby promoting economic and trade relations, bringing practical benefits to businesses and people of the two countries. Previously, the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, in collaboration with the Ministry of Culture, Sports and Tourism and the People's Committee of the Thanh Hóa Province, organized an international press conference to introduce Huế International Arts Festival Week 2024. The week has a theme, Cultural Heritage Week Interaction and Development, takes place from June 7 to June 12.
Ladies and gentlemen, after many months of drought without a source of water for irrigation, many sugarcane fields of farmers in Tam Pho Hamlet, Tân Đông Commune, Tân Châu districts have died. In the past week, localities in the province have received golden rain to calm down after periods of intense heat. Farmers in Tân Đông Commune hope that there will be more rains to have saved the remaining sugarcane trees.
In recent times, due to the effects of prolonged heat, some areas in Tân Châu district have run out of groundwater, making agricultural production difficult, especially in areas without an irrigation system. In particular, in Tam Pho Hamlet, Tân Đông Commune, about 30 hectares of farmer sugarcane are seriously affected. The death rate of sugarcane is quite high. People cannot drill wells. The ground below is mainly laterite, mainly storing water in holes. Dug over the past 10 years, due to the long dry season, the water holes are not enough. The small stream also had no water left for irrigation, killing about 30 hectares, mainly newly planted sugarcane. With the water shortage situation, farmers in the area mainly spend almost all their time watching for rainwater flowing into water holes to save sugarcane as much as possible. Many people say that mainly from late at night until early morning, the water hose only accumulate a little water. Households try to pump water into the fields at this time, but only a little sugarcane stump can be saved. Newly planted sugarcane has no hope of being saved if it does not rain. Over the past week or so, the locality received some golden rain to cool down. Sugarcane growers have a little more hope. This is the third rain. The trees are awake. People are also awake. I rent 25 hectares to plant sugarcane. This year there was too much sun, and about a dozen hectares died. There has never been a year with such damage as this year. Every day, we have to use a lot of petroleum to irrigate. No watering will kill us anymore. As the second rain saved 700,000 Vietnam dong for buying petroleum and 300,000 Vietnam dong for wages. The sugarcane stump, but the summer-autumn sugarcane has died. The most difficult time is finding money to buy top of sugarcane to plant. I own 1.2 hectares. 70% of them died. The rain have, but they have not regained consciousness. Every year, it rains every half of a month or a month. This year, the water has been off for several months. Now it rains. I hope the sugarcane will awake so I can repay the debt to the factory. Farmers in Tân Đông commune are hoping for some more rain to save some crop areas that are lacking water, even though they already know that this year's summer-autumn crop will suffer quite a lot of damage. This is the first time in decades that people here have witnessed a prolonged drought like this year. The People's Committee of Tân Đông commune has also proposed that the district allow people in the commune to raise water storage hoses in the fields. These are water hoses that more than 10 years ago to store water to prevent droughts. Due to the difficult geology of this area, it is difficult to drill wells and it is very difficult to build irrigation canals. 70 years ago, in the land of Bohemia Varigata, Robbery 112, one of the main groups of the Vietnam People's Army, was the fighting force that opened the Dien Bien Phu campaign in 1954 at Him Lam base that captured the Castries bunker and captured this commanding general. During 56 days and nights of the campaign, Mr. Trịnh Thế Khoa and his comrades cleverly and courageously participated in 20 major battles. They destroyed 17 enemy companies and captured more than 4,000 prisoners. I participated in the Battle of Him Lam. I attacked fence number 5. After completing this battle, I entered the bunker. At that time, the entire battalion died. Only 12 people survived. I was informed that I had been a mistake to the party by a battalion political officer. He said that all surviving comrades should remember that Comrade Trịnh Thế Khoa was a mistake to the Vietnam Labour Party at the front. At that time, I was shaking, but I felt so excited. A son of Hải Dương at the age of 22, he joined the revolution, working as a lieutenant in the former province of Quảng Yên. By the end of 1932, he joined the 312th Army, from where he and his teammates achieved resounding victories. 98 years old and 70 years old for the party, although his own and his heart is weak, his love for the party is still intact, like all his work under the party flag in the past. During the days of May, people across the country turned to Dien Bien, a land with glorious history written on it. On April 23, 2024, Mr. Trịnh Thế Khoa and other veterans and young volunteers who participated in the Dien Bien Phu campaign had the opportunity to meet with party and state leaders on the occasion of the 70th anniversary of Dien Bien Phu victory, May 7, 1954, May 7, 2024. After listening to Mr. Hoa to talk about the battles at Điện Biên Phủ. I respected and was grateful to the heroes who sacrificed their life to defend the country. As the young generation, youth union members in this new era, we promise to strive, study and train ourselves to build an increasingly prosperous and civilized country. 70 years have passed, but the echoes of the Điện Biên Phủ victory is still forever, urging the younger generation to try harder to cultivate virtue, practice talent, and devote themselves to continuing to write the glorious history of the nation, promoting the immortal spirit of the heroic Điện Biên Phủ victory in the work of building and defending the fatherland.
That's all for today, TTV News. Thank you for being with us, and goodbye for now.